Welcome to the Pool Nation podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I'm your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West. And yesterday was one of those days that we're going to be talking about for a long, long time. We opened up the doors to the new Pool Nation headquarters, a 21,000 square foot training headquarters for the pool pros. But that's not what made yesterday special. It was the people who walked through those doors. We didn't just build the headquarters, we built a room where the industry can finally be in the same place at the same time. Yesterday was proof, so today we're getting out of the way and we're handing over the mic to the pool pros that are here. You're going to hear what they experienced, what cut them off guard, and why they believe the headquarters is going to be the one to move the needle for our entire industry. This one is theirs to tell. But before we do that, I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, a podcast where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and trading in the pool industry. But before we get started, we want to thank our visionary partners, the SPPA, Blu-ray XL, Aquastar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypak, Heritage Pool Supply, Hayward Pool Products, Encore Brands, Poolside Tech, Pool Brain, Knee Deck, and Encore Filtration. Thank you for believing in our mission. Mr. JJ, good morning. First good morning from our new podcast studio out in Dallas, Texas. How you feeling?
I'm exhausted. It's been a long week.
That was a great. I threw all that energy out and all that thing, and I'm like, John, how you feel? I'm exhausted.
I'm tired and sleepy.
That's why we're like yin and yang, man. You know what I mean? We're never on the same frequency. You know what I mean? But it just works.
It's a happy medium.
Yeah, it's a happy medium between us. I am literally tired, and I know you're tired too. But adrenaline's pumping. I'm excited to be here for our inaugural podcast in our podcast studio. It just seems kind of surreal. I'm sitting here, I don't know, just trying to soak it all in and you know, enjoy the moment here. And who better to start off our first podcast than with the pool pros that took the leap of faith and came out here and blindly to see what we were doing, believed in, you know, the dream that we have, and you know, they're here. And if you guys can picture it, I know we don't have a camera at it, but it's also a little awkward. I kind of feel like I'm in a zoo right now because look. So
if everybody could see,
yeah, I'm gonna try to paint a picture for everybody listening right now. So we're in our beautiful new podcast studio. Still under construction. We got a lot that we're going to be doing, but we're there. We're getting there. But to the left of me, we have a glass wall, right, where we have our logo, the Pool Nation podcast, and there are 2 couches, a couple recliners, and we have a crowd or an audience actually staring at us. So I feel like I'm at the LA Zoo or something like that, right? And they're watching the exhibit, and I'm the dumb gorilla, right? You know what I mean? Oh, hoo.
The question is, if you're a gorilla, what am I?
The little chimp.
The little chimp, kind of little chimp,
Yeah,
kind
the
of
little
little
chimp.
kind.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah, or I don't know, a lemming or
Meerkat.
a
You can be a little meerkat.
a little meerkat.
Skirting around.
Oh,
wow,
You're
a meerkat.
You're a
is
meerkat.
actually
Wow, is that
perfect.
where we're going?
Like scattering around everywhere, popping your head in, popping out, running away.
Sarah, you were supposed to be on my side. You know,
Meerkats are cool. There's a whole show named after Meerkat Manor. It's a whole series.
You know who you and I can be. We can be.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
we're Shimon and Pumbaa.
That's awesome.
Oh boy.
Hakuna Matata.
Matata, baby.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. So, so it's a little weird, but I'm getting used to it. And we had one rule. I think we have a sign outside that says "Don't feed the animals" in the podcast studio. But no, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. This is it's like I said, it's surreal. And yesterday was it was hard to kind of really put it into words because when you've been dreaming about something and working so hard for something. I don't know unless you actually experience it, right? You don't really know what emotions you're gonna feel, and I'm not much of an emotional person, but yesterday was definitely an emotional day for me, and I know it was for you too, Edgar. And this is and what's crazy, and what we said it is, this is literally just ground zero, the beginning of it. And it's buckle up, guys, because it's going to be quite the ride. So, but anywho, glad to have you guys on. We're gonna play a little roulette with chairs, and we're gonna be bringing in some of the pool pros that stuck around and came yesterday and spent the day with us today. So, I'm excited to talk to you guys and to kick this first inaugural podcast off.
Hey, so before we jump in, I do want to give a couple shout outs out here. Good morning. Shout out to the Integrity Pool Service, best in Central Texas. I think that sounded like an ad from our people in the audience that they're bamboozling me to kind of read those kind of comments, right?
They're no dummies. They're no dummies.
Like right off the bat, he's like,
Marketing,
the people from
marketing.
Integrity Pool Service, not to be confused with IPS.com, right? Yes, sir, from the crowd out there. So, hey, Jeanette out there. Good morning, Jeanette. Really appreciate you coming out. Dunder Miller, big shout out to you as well. Ricardo says, I got to be the part of it yesterday. You guys did an unbelievable job with that place. We really appreciate that. And then our boy Hayward Pringle is saying, Howard.
See, that's why he doesn't say hi to you.
Yeah, that's probably why. But,
Howard, we love you, brother.
But he deserves it because he's never said hi to me before first,
you're
right?
getting back at him.
Congratulations, gentlemen, and enjoy the fishbowl is what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what it is. So, hey, everybody, here's what we're going to do on today's podcast. So John obviously talked a little bit about it, is we actually have a whole bunch of the pool pros that flew in, that kind of came in to spend some time with us. And we kind of figured for our very first podcast in the studio, what we wanted to do was something different, and we wanted to have all the pool pros be able to kind of come through. So we're going to be doing one podcast with, 5 or 6 different, pool pros and companies that are out there, kind of getting their take on what we did yesterday and what we announced. So we're kind of excited about it, but it is really weird just kind of having those people, because if you kind of go like that and everybody's staring at you, it kind of feels a little weird, right? But anyways, look, I'm excited to have you guys here. Let's do this. Let's kind of do a couple little housekeeping notes, and then we'll jump in with Antonio and Sarah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, hey, one of the things is, obviously, we spilt the tea yesterday. Nominations are closed for the Pool Nation Awards. Nominations open up next Wednesday. Sarah, I think you're going to be here.
I'll be here.
Yeah, let's go. So she's going to be out here for the Women's Summit. She's going to be out here for the nomination. So, Antonio, she got a lot of good travel time. She's racking up the miles, right?
The miles, yeah.
So, do you have in your P&L a travel, line for just Sarah?
No, but I should.
But you should.
separate,
You should, yeah. Because that expense is. We're gonna have to watch that. And she came out for the Train the Trainer, and she came back for. Damn, Sarah. A lot of freaking fly miles. Cross country. So
Back and forth.
hey,
Back and forth.
so we have on the 19th, we are doing the drive with the women. We're going to have 50 women out here at the Pool Nation headquarters. Excited about that. That same night, we are going to be doing the nomination night. We roll right into the 2021st for the Women's Summit. And then from there, John, we roll right into the Hayward training, which is going to be September 19th. In Irvine, California. So we're going to be kind of packing our bags.
we're really excited about that one. We're teaming up with Hayward, and we're going to be putting on some courses there, some new classes. So if you guys haven't attended one of these trainings before, I highly suggest you come out there and do it. We're going to start at 8 a.m. on September 19th on Saturday. So everybody has an ability to be able to show up to it. We're going to cover 4 different classes. There's going to be food there. giveaways, a ton of fun and exciting stuff. So if we encourage you to please let us know immediately if you're looking to be a part of that, because spaces are limited. I think we're only going to be able to do like 40 to 50 people tops. And I think
John keeps saying 40. It's
I know.
I mean 50. It's
I
a little
know.
bit more like 35 that the place can hold. But John's like, we're going 50.
we're gonna push it to the limit.
We'll split some seats.
Yeah.
So, and I think we're already up to like 30. So if you guys are excited and want to be a part of it, I know we were talking to Antonio yesterday, and he's gonna jump
down
in
for
and
it.
be there. And so don't miss the opportunity. It's gonna be a great training.
Absolutely. So loving that. Hey, I am enjoying over here, kind of watching some of the comments out here, and so our board Carter over there is really kind of trying to take my hijack my feed over here, and I think now he's got his employees kind of giving shout outs to Integrity Pool Service. Like he figured it out. Like, he's like, I'm gonna come in.
dialed
He dialed in, right? So. I do want, and Mike, maybe you could, Michael, maybe you could switch the camera so everybody can kind of see Antonio and Sarah, because I really am enjoying that kind of background that you guys have right there. And so,
Because yours sucks.
John and I,
Yours looks terrible.
John and I, of course, typical thing, we kind of go sit at the ends of the tables like we do at the MC studios, and then all of a sudden, we put our computers down, we're set, we're like ready to go, and then Michael shows us our backgrounds, and we're like, oh my God, what?
Right?
You got a TV, and you got a blank wall over there, and
You're gonna have to get a pull down.
you guys have this
Yeah.
beautiful
Well,
skyline
we can
view
do
right
that.
there.
We
You
can
could
get
get
like
like
a
a-
pull down of like a fake skyline or something like that, or we can take a photo of the skyline over there and then put it on like a little whatever pull down.
Put a mural.
banner.
A
A
mural.
mural on the
Yeah.
wall.
So that's what I've come to. I've got that
Yes.
beautiful view, and I got to
Yeah.
have a mural.
got a mural.
That's
Yeah,
what
pull down.
That's what I've come to.
It could be tropical.
It could be tropical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
You could have it be whatever you wanted.
You
A
can have
mountain
it-
view.
You can have it in a backyard at a pad,
Oh yeah, there you go.
We'll put John in a pad.
right?
You'd be working in the
We'll
backyard.
leave it at there.
So, anyway, guys, let's get started. Want to talk really quick about you guys. Obviously, you guys are out of Washington. You guys did that travel, all the way out here. So, just really quick, Sarah. Well, actually, let's start with Antonio. Tell us just a little bit about yourself, your company, where you're from.
Antonio Escalera, AE Pool Services. We're in Central Washington. We have a decent-sized pool company that's growing quickly, and I wouldn't be where I am today without Pool Nation. So coming down for this is huge for me. Super excited with everything you guys have, and look forward to sending my guys down for trainings and getting to experience this. And I think it's going to be an industry changer. So.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Sarah.
So I'm Sarah Hoops. I joined AE Pool Services. My first day was April 6th. So I moved from Arizona to Central Washington. And I've loved every second of being Washington. It was a very humbling experience because pools are drastically different in Washington than they are in Arizona. So it's been a huge learning curve, but Antonio's been super patient, and I think we're developing teamwork. It's taken some time, but we're getting there. And so I was here for the Train the Trainer at the end of June.
So you got a sneak
it.
peek.
And I will tell you, like, even walking around yesterday, so there's something to be said for having a safe space that's for training. Because if not, you're like in a hotel conference room and they're banging kitchen dishes, or you're at a PEP warehouse and they're loading trucks, or whatever they're happening to do. You're always around another business that's still functioning and you're trying to learn. But coming here to have that Train the Trainer, it was so safe, it was so peaceful, you were able to focus, and it was like-minded atmosphere. It was really great. And so to see it go from that to this was a huge, phenomenal jump from even in like the 30-ish days since I'd seen it.
That's
It was
awesome.
great.
That is awesome.
And she saw the blank canvas.
Yeah.
She came here. We kind of had desks all over the place.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything.
But still, we were talking about the tea that we were spilling, right?
Yeah.
And before you came out here, you knew we were up to something, but you didn't know until you
Correct.
had to train the trainer. So talk to me about, what was your first impression? I mean, obviously we've changed it a lot from where it was then with our idea or our vision of what we want the space to look at. But overall, the building itself, what was your first impression when you pulled up and you saw it? I mean, what did you think? Or even before you came out, like, what did you think the tea was?
Yeah, so I had no idea. So we show up to do the train the trainer, and Doreen said, meet me in the lobby at, I think it was like 9 a.m. So she was like, meet me in the lobby at 9 a.m. So we pull up and park, and I'm just standing in this lobby of this high-rise building in Dallas. And I'm like, have no idea where I'm going. And we come up the elevator, and we get off on the floor, and we look both ways. And Doreen's like, so this is the floor. And I'm like, the floor? And she's like, yeah, this is Pool Nation's training floor. And it was phenomenal to just walk around. Like I said, the second you walked in, it felt like a safe space, that this is a space where you can be yourself, and everyone's going to be included. There wasn't any sort of, and even last night with all the different people here, there was never a vibe that was like, well, this is this company against this company, and this is this. And I think that that's the culture that Pool Nation has put together over the years, just in general, is that if everybody learns, everybody gets better. And there's no such thing as a secret in the industry, because if you're doing that, then nobody's getting better, and you and yourself is not getting better, right? And so just coming into this environment where everybody who comes here also has that mindset was just a phenomenal feeling in general. And you have manufacturers and companies, and they're both sponsoring the same thing. That's huge. You don't have that anywhere else. And it was huge. Like I said, to feel the difference from learning here to being here for fun, it's just great. It's safe. It's safe.
Yeah, really appreciate that. And it was fun. It was fun watching you, because obviously you got a little bit of the spill of the tea before everybody else, and we swore you to secrecy. And so, you come back and you see the areas that we created, right? So you got RayPack, you got Aquastar, you got Pool Brain. Did you think that did you have an idea that those areas would be like that?
No, they were so much better. So I know when we did the tour, when I was here, you're like, this is going to be a space. This is going to be a space. This is a podcast room. There's some offices. There's a conference room. Okay, let's go do our training. And that was it. So then to like walk in and be like, oh, there's just not like desks everywhere
You
anymore.
suck, Edgar.
Wow.
You suck, bro.
There's maybe a few more words in there, but general gist of the moment. But there's, and it's, like I said, there's 3 offices where if you're here for a training, you can go have a quiet moment, because business owners never get a quiet moment, right? And so when you come to a space that does allow that, and that actually encourages to have those quiet moments, and to be able to say, hey, I need to step away to have this conversation, but then I'm coming right back to being this training, and it's all in the same space. It like I said, it really is going to be an industry game changer.
Quiet was very important for us, and especially working with Edgar, I knew that I needed to be able to get some space between us.
That's why we share an office.
Yeah.
He came to me and he goes, I can't live without you.
No.
We need to share an office. I'm
That's
like,
why-
John,
that's why
we need to have a
does.
separate office. He's like,
Right.
I
But-
can't work without
We're going to
you
show
being
up and there's going to be
close."
like red tape down the middle of it. That's like, this is my space. Stay on your side.
If you notice, though, we share an office, right? But I'm in there, and he's always over in here, right? You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's crazy, because you can actually walk around this place for like 10 minutes looking for somebody.
Yeah.
And you have to resort to like screaming
Yelling.
or yelling. And I hear, I just wait, JJ, or I'm yelling, Edgar. You know what I mean? Where are you?
It literally feels like you're at home with kids, right? And you're
Yeah.
kind of yelling them upstairs. Like, I get mad walking. I'm like, JJ,
Yeah, for real.
JJ, where are you? Finally, he pops out of another place. What's up? So, or what was it? Yesterday, he's walking around right in front of the podcast studio, and he's like, Edgar, and I'm walking right behind him. What's up? And he's like, oh, crap. So, Antonio, what about you? So this was your first time that you came out. And so what was your impression?
I was not expecting it to be in a building like this. I didn't know what it was, but I figured we're going to like a warehouse. And when I saw the big marquee sign on the road, that was pretty impressive. Had to get a picture of it. That's cool. And then coming in the building and all the way up to the 14th floor, is that what we're on?
Yeah,
Yep.
yes, sir.
14th floor. That was pretty, I was just surprised. And then I just didn't know what it was going to be. Maybe classroom, like more just, chairs and a learning environment for desks. And then once we did the tour and got to see everything and how you guys have it set up, I'm super excited. I can't wait to send my team down here to learn. And it's different than just being in a warehouse. It's different than, I love the boot camps, right? I've been to quite a few of them, but I feel like this is going to be a whole new take on everything, to where you can just focus in on the subjects that you really need to focus on. And and get that dialed in training, that attention to detail training that we're needing in the industry. I'm excited to send my teams down.
No, Antonio, you nailed it, and that's part of the reason why we're doing this, right? Our boot camp is, there's different levels of education, right? And here we're envisioning that we're able to deep dive into specific subjects or areas that certain companies like yourself and other pool pros that they want to learn more about, and have a place where they can do it uninterrupted, right? And to be able to gather as much information, network with all the right people in that field, so they can prepare themselves to be the best at what they do. So yeah, this is exactly it. This is, our boot camps is ground level, beginning, right? We never came off saying that this is like the end all be all of education, when you're learning how to do things.
Right.
But it's a very good introduction.
Yep.
And it covers the basis and the foundation of how to do things properly, right? And then now how do we take it to the next level? And you'll see we got things in store too, where we're starting to evolve our boot camps as well now, where we're going to start creating more intermediary classes and courses that are already in the pipeline that we're looking to do. And all this is coming together, so, but you're right. You nailed it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for us, it was really important. And you guys have probably heard us talk about it all the time. And, I think in the industry for years, there's been this, we want pool pros to be more professional, right? And that comes from manufacturers, distributors, like, oh, these guys, they need to be more professional. And so, but then they go and they put a training together and they stick you in a warehouse in the back, right?
Well, that's on a good case scenario.
That's a good day.
And so for us, it was, that from day one, it was like, we're not going to do that. We're telling these people that they need to be professional, but we're not putting them in the right environment.
Correct.
And so, even with the boot camps and we do them, we get calls all the time. And it's like, can you come here and do them? We travel to all these places to look at them. And they're like, oh, you can use these rooms and this warehouse. As a matter of fact, we went to Florida. My wife is here. We went over to Florida to go look at a space. And the branch manager's like, yeah, we can't move these shelves out of here, but you could have this warehouse. And I'm just like, thank you very much. But that's just not how we do it.
Yeah.
In Van Nuys, I had pool pros call me and say, hey, Edgar, I just want to know, are we going to be in a warehouse? And I'm like, no. Why are you asking? He goes, because that's where they most are. And he goes, I'll still do it. I just want to know if I need to come in shorts and flip-flops or if I can come in pants, right? And so for us, it's always been really important to get away from that. And when we were looking at spaces and we were looking at finding somewhere, we wanted it to be something that completely took exactly what you're saying, Antonio, took that pool pro out of that element where it's a lot more focused and you don't have the distractions. And for some reason, even if you are in some of the boot camps that we do, it still feels very, warehousey, even though it's not.
Even though it's not.
And your brain kind of can't detach from your business. It's really weird, but your brain can't detach because you're in that environment.
Yep.
So this year in this space was the thought process was like, how do we completely pull that out? And I was talking to Mark Duty that came out, and he said, I'm going to be completely honest with you, Edgar. He goes, I thought it was going to be a first floor, and you pull up, and he goes, I had a feeling that you guys were going to do some training, and I came, and I thought it was going to be this one room on the first floor, and he goes, and pool pros would just pull in, and it just kind of feels like it's another day. They're just walking into another warehouse, but now they're getting training, and he goes, this has completely detached me. I'm not thinking about business. I'm thinking about, the education that I'm going to come and get.
Absolutely. It's almost corporate, right? Is how it feels. One thing that changed my mindset was when I met you guys, meeting other businessmen that are very successful. That changed how I look at myself and my business. So I changed how I dressed, right? So that I can go after what I wanted. In this environment here, you're taking yourself from kind of the level of just a tech and a pool guy up to the next level, right? Like, it's elegant, I guess. It's got a different feeling to it that will help change everybody's mindset to be more professional.
Right. And a lot of other thought process went into, the education, and we were talking about it with Doreen too, right? And a lot of the training and the education that happens in this industry is kind of knowledge based. So we go to the Western, we go to any of those shows, and you've trained, Sarah.
Yep.
You've got an hour, and really all you could do is just kind of take your knowledge and throw it out and hope that they're going to take it. We've looked at it. We've statistically have tracked it. And when you do a training like that, what we've seen is only about 20% of the people will actually go and implement that. And that's atrocious. That's a failure rate, right? Like you've got 20% of the people doing the work. If you're a distributor and you're only selling to 20% of the people that walk through the door, you've got a problem, right? If you're a pool pro trying to land accounts, John, and you're only landing 20% of the accounts that you're trying to get, that's a failure rate, right? And so to us for this space was, how do we change that? And we'll talk about it later on, but a lot of the education that we're going to do is going to be a lot more, hands-on, so that when people leave here, the actual work is done.
Yep.
So now we go from that 20% to, hey, let's get at least 80% of these people to actually put it into play. And so a lot of the software stuff that we're working on right now that we're going to be rolling out for all these trainings and all this stuff is people are going to get into those training rooms, bust out your laptop, log in. You're going to do the work now. You're going to get it done here.
Yep.
And by the time that you go and you go back to work, it's done. Because the reality is, and you know this, Antonio, 3,000 accounts, you could go to a show, you could do this training, and you have all the greatest intention of doing it.
Yep.
But you go back to work the next day and you're like, I'm going to work on it. Somebody calls in or somebody got into an accident, and there goes, everything. And if we're going to be able to change and move that needle, we're going to have to change the way that the industry does a lot of that education.
Absolutely.
No, we do 100%. And, and to tag on to a little bit to what both you guys said, if I was like the corporate vibe or what's usually, you walk into a building like this and you would expect this is like a, Fortune 500 type company, corporate office where high level executives, senior vice presidents, CEOs, presidents, and stuff like that, where our mentality is, we want to flip that org chart around, right? And, we're here, we believe the vendors, the manufacturers, those CEOs, those presidents, those directors, those DMs, right? Us, Edgar, myself, Doreen, we're all here, Leanne, to serve the pool pros, right? And they're at the top of the food chain.
Yep.
And how do we give them an environment that fosters learning, where they feel comfortable and they feel wanted, and that's hopefully what what we've created here, and time will tell. But I know that failure is not an option for us. And, we're going to just keep driving and making it happen. And hopefully, you guys get to utilize it to the best of your guys' abilities, and, and this becomes a hub for education for anybody and everybody across the industry. We don't care. We're open to all. Right. So.
John, I have to tell you, I'm watching you on video right here. We got
terrible.
We got to get you out of that
you
background.
Are you watching? Have you seen your background?
Dude, we're over here talking about this beautiful place and how amazing it is, and then people are seeing us and they're like, "What are these guys talking about? Like, is that their vision? Like, look at this, Antonio. I'm going to share with Antonio. Look at that.
Terrible.
John looks like he's in a probation there.
I'm on timeout.
Are you meeting with your probation officer?
I'm in a padded room.
Antonio, I look like the probation officer with the TV behind me.
That's awesome. That's funny.
That is just absolutely terrible. So I do want to tell everybody that's watching, it looks a lot better than what it would look like behind us. So, we really need to make sure that Sarah and Antonio or whoever's here does all the talking. So, hey, before we move on, I want to give a couple shout outs. Aiming Deeper, Raising the Standard, big shout out to you. And Mike from Bellafina, which is out here when we were joking around about, Simone and Pumbaa, it's like we complete each other is what he's saying. So, at Classic Pools and Spa, such an amazing place. The possibilities are endless with what you guys are able to accomplish there. Thank you, Aiden. Really appreciate that. Aiming Deeper says we definitely need to get out here. Just reach out to us. The doors are completely open from now on. All you guys have to do is kind of come out. Nina is saying you're giving the space to work on in the business versus in the business. So absolutely, that's the goal. So Michael, let's do this. Let's take a word from our sponsors, and what we're going to do is we're going to start to play
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
Yes.
I almost said merry-go-round. musical chairs, and we'll bring the next couple guests on and kind of get their thoughts onto how yesterday went. We'll
Edgar's
be
gonna
right back.
Jump on the skyline right over there. He's gonna.
I'm going to go jump out the window right now into that skyline right there because that is just beautiful. Antonio, talk so the cameras will pick it up. 'cause-
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We continue our conversation with meeting the pool pros. I came out to the opening of the headquarters last
This is.
night.
I feel like I'm in a magic show. You know, you get a quick change. You change shirts. Your background. You got a tree back there. You got a different shirt on. What were you doing?
Well, that's not thanks to us,
Yeah.
right? Because I didn't have my shirt on, and my wife
No,
started.
no.
Yeah.
You had your shirt on, bro. You had. Trust me. You had. Trust me. Those that
Didn't have
do not
the
see
shirt.
video or aren't watching us in video, he had his shirt on. He changed
That's
his
true.
shirt.
In audio,
Yes.
that did not
Yes.
sound good. Do that. So, anyways, I had a red shirt on. And so I go out and my wife is yelling at me, "Where's your shirt? Where's your shirt?" So I had to go run and kind of put my shirt on. And then I come out and there's like all this vegetation behind us.
Yeah.
John, now, holy crap, I'm looking at us on these
do I look
screens.
better?
And
Do I look like something's growing out of my head?
now we look like we're in a government office with very few decor behind
Yeah,
us, kind of.
right.
So we at least went out of the probation office and maybe we're in the DMV now, or the so that's where we're at today. So, anyways, so guys, we continue the conversation. We are talking to Carter. We are talking to Addison, and they are not IPS, right? What are they, Carter?
Integrity Pool Service.
Integrity Pool Service. And that's kind of a running joke because on one of the registrations that we had put IPS for Integrity Pool Service, and Carter came to me and said, no, it's Integrity Pool Service. So that's kind of how we met. But hey, that worked because I always remembered you from then on.
Yep. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
A little bit, 2.5 actually.
Yeah. So we
I
met.
think there was a little more than that made you memorable. Other than that, you are quite the character. They broke the mold.
Both
with you,
of
my
them are.
friend.
Both
Yeah.
of them together are. Forget
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Apart, they're kind of like
Mellow,
little
chillable,
mellow,
yeah.
but you put them together and it's like boom, 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 boom. Firing all
The tech that
cylinders.
smiles back. That's it.
So, anyway, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Carter.
So shout out to Mr. Davis for giving me the opportunity to get into pools. He knows who he is. And then for the opportunity to start this company, it started 4 years ago on July 4th, 2022, Freedom from Britain and Working for Men. So that's what my celebration is. Started Integrity Pool Service because I think honesty is the most important thing that goes with running a company. And my wife, Ashley, is the big reason we're as successful as we are. So shout out to her, Miss Isabella, Justin, and John Mark for causing us to be able to be here today. Without them, I would not have been able to be here yesterday during the opening of the headquarters or today on this podcast, which is a dream come true. I never thought I'd be here this soon, so I'm loving it. So we started this company because we wanted to give people the service that we thought they deserve, which is top quality, integrity in the details, and just high quality. And so anyone who wanted that, we wanted to be able to give that to them. And there was just so many times where I was saying, man, I wish I could give them that. I wish I could give them that. And then I finally got to put my money where my mouth is. And we've been doing that for 4 years now. And so
That's awesome.
hopefully for 4 decades, we'll still be here.
Let's go. And then what about you, Addison?
Yeah, so I'm just a lonely old contractor that Carter decides to hire from time to time and help out with the service work. And surprised at how much money I had to bribe to come up here today. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I've been around the pool industry for, 27 years now, thanks, Dad. And keep getting back into it and found myself running pool companies, retail stores, construction side, doing design for pools, and then somehow keep getting sucked back into fixing pool equipment. So.
And we do have a video of him, which I got to show you later. Like we probably can't show it on here because we might piss somebody up. But he did this little video that was hilarious on how to fix something, and I'll have to show you
Troubleshooting the
troubleshooting a pump, and
It works flawless
and it
every
worked.
time.
Yeah, it worked flawlessly. And perfect. We could actually say it because we just won't say the brand, but. He does a video. It's like he's like on a high countertop, and he's going to show you how to troubleshoot it. And he goes like this, John, and he stands up. He picks it up,
and he
walks
throws
all
it.
the way outside into the dumpster, and just throws it into the dumpster. And goes, there you go.
See?
Let me save
Easy.
you some. Let me save you some heartache.
But he did it in a way that it totally looked like a YouTube video where you're
Yeah.
going to learn, and you're like
awesome.
watching, and then all of a sudden he picks it up, and you're watching him walk out, and you're like, what the hell? He just throws it in the trash can. So
Training done right.
yep, and
No,
he's
that's
like,
awesome.
and that's how you troubleshoot it. So
Look, you guys. I mean, we've been talking about the tea, right? And I think we did I'm actually thoroughly impressed with you, Edgar, especially with how well we were able to kind of keep this on the wraps. Because you get so pumped up and excited, you want to just share,
Spill the tea.
and spill the tea. You do, right? But you did very, very well, and I think I did pretty good too. So you guys had no idea when you walked in,
No.
Absolutely not.
not a single,
No.
right? But you blindly came up here.
Because it was Edgar who asked me to. So
Oh,
I came from
I would have
That's why
trusted
I'm
you
on this
too.
side.
yeah. Addison came for me. Yeah. You came for Edgar. All good. So, what was your experience like? And walk us through the event.
Well, like I said, I came here because of Edgar. He said, "Hey, when you going to be here? I need you here on the August 14th. I can't tell you anything, and there's going to be a lot of people there." I was like, "Okay, do I have to bring my own car? Where are we going?" I was like, it felt like a scene out of The Town where he can't ask questions, just do it. So I came here though, and I was wondering like, what is this going to be? So why are we going here? And then he told me it's a bank. I was like, did something happen? Did something happen with my subscription or something? They're gonna like payment now.
Are we going to rob the bank?
You're defaulted on your
like,
loan.
I was like, oh my
We're gonna
god.
rob the bank.
Yeah, I was like, Edgar, I don't know if I said I wanted to be experienced with you and everything, but I don't know if I could do this.
Getaway
He's
car.
like,
I need you to co-sign for me.
he's like, Edgar, I need to make more money. We're just going to go rob the bank.
Yeah.
I always say that he goes, I love the mystery, and I go, I need to solve the mystery. And I was convinced driving up here that I was like, oh, it's at a bank. Pool Nation's got a new timeshare they want to hand out. And then I
We
pulled,
have to listen to an 8-hour timeshare.
then pulled up and saw
free training.
the Pool Nation sign, and we were on the phone with each other. We drove separate, and I go, oh, it's their headquarters, duh. And I was like, wait, they have a headquarters? Oh my God, they have a headquarters. That was kind of the lead up to the figuring out what this was.
I still didn't see the sign when I drove in, so I just walked in blindly and I said, okay, 14th floor. What's this little swirly thing? Last tenant's symbol. And then I get up here and I'm like, oh my gosh, the view, 14th floor is like amazing. And then I go around and I'm like, okay, they're definitely doing something here. And I was like, he didn't just invite me to a, another boot camp or something. This is something serious. And so, yeah, when I found out what it was, I was super excited because growth is always fun. And it's always nice to see the people and of course, the companies that grow in a good way. When you stand by them, it's so fun to see them get bigger and bigger because that's what I'm all about. Because I've been standing by you guys forever because you guys say you want to train everybody, you want to serve everybody, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I'm about. Because that's how I try to be with my clients and my techs as well, and everyone who works for us. Which, by the way, I feel terrible. Mr. Garcia, who used to be a full-time employee, he came back yesterday, so shout out to him too. He covered my pools personally.
Nice.
So shout out to him for saying, I still remember, boss. I'll just call you if I have any questions because he's been working like gun range stuff. But he came back and used his own truck to go take care of my pools, so it allowed me to be here. So I feel terrible for missing him. But that's why I was super excited when I saw everything Pool Nation and him putting the awards up. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is it. This is where it's going to happen. So I can't wait till I can be bringing my company down here sometime and get the training face-to-face again.
Yeah. And we appreciate you coming out. And I did call Carter and I'm like, hey, I just need you coming down. He's like, what is it? I'm like, I can't tell you. You got to trust me, bro. Just come back. And he's like 3 hours away. And I'm like, hey, we negotiated with the Westin for some. And he's like, I'm spending the night. So
This is what we were talking about, right, Edgar? And it's just like this is a fuel that drives us because we can't tell you how much and I know we can do a better job of it, and we try, and just the impact that you guys have on us for the fact that you would just so blindly show up to something like this. And not only, it's not like it was just a Sunday afternoon or you just happened to be, or you're just around the corner or anything like that. You literally had to move things in life, right? You have a business that you have to run. You have pools that need to be taken care of, right? And you had to get somebody to cover it, right? You had to become more money out of your pocket just to come out here and do it. And we're humbled, at the fact that you guys, not just you, but many and most of everybody that showed up yesterday were in that same situation as well. And with people flying from everywhere. Aiden, we're gonna have Aiden on here shortly.
you had Antonio come from
We had
Washington.
Antonio. We just had. It's just mind blowing that you guys are willing to do that. But it's the fuel to our fire. And thank you so much. And we truly appreciate it.
And I know that they have a really good team and that they're focused on giving genuine care because I'm going to show you what your wife said.
Uh-oh.
She goes, Ashley here. Carter was looking for the words genuine care.
Yep, got me.
Come on, throw her out. And I love you because
I love you. She runs everything. I am but a man who does the labor. But yeah, the reason we are if it's just think of like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Like if you guys build a good thing, the people will flock to you. Yeah. And you guys are clearly doing a good thing. If you guys didn't treat people well, if you didn't treat the companies well, if you didn't have their best interests at heart, we wouldn't even be here right now. I'd be like, oh, it'd be like your first experience with a guy. Why would I help you? You know, if that was how I got from you and you, I'd be like, I'm not even thinking about talking to these guys. But clearly, you're worth a Friday driving through Dallas traffic, I-35, and flying all the way from Washington, for crying out loud. So your guys are worth it. So therefore, you guys are doing a good
we
thing.
appreciate that. But again, and we want to, it's you guys, right? And you make that decision to do it. We offer, but you know, you took that chance. I remember our first conversation we had over at at Heritage at the boot camp, right? And we're talking, and Edgar and I joke about this, and you know, we chit chat with pool pros all the time, and we say, and like, oh yeah, I'm ready, and then doesn't, you know, sometimes they're just not, or get them over the edge, or they're so used to hearing it from other people, you know, and they haven't experienced Pool Nation yet, right? We make it a point to follow through with what we say we're going to do, and we lead by integrity as well. You know, we don't BS, and I think my quote to you was, are you going to shit or get off the pot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got off the pot right away before I left you.
And before,
Fine, getting it done.
you know what I mean? And it's like, and you did it, right? And then here we are, right? And you know, it's kudos to you for making that leap and that jump and doing it. So I think it's.
Let me ask you guys, what was your favorite part of yesterday?
Favorite part of yesterday?
I really enjoyed how you have the spots separated. We were told to tackle anybody that tried wandering yesterday.
I put them as bodyguards because they got
They were
here
doing a good
early.
job. They took it serious.
Yeah.
They almost didn't let me
said,
by.
I said you could tackle and body slam both.
Yeah. But it was real cool. Kind of build up the suspense a little bit when everybody was showing up, and we're kind of over off in one area, and then when we split up to do the tour, you know, seeing all the different things, and it just like we'd go a little bit, and then we'd go, oh, that's cool, and then we'd go to the next area and go, oh, that's really cool. Oh, there's more. Oh, it's around the corner. It's a circle. And it's just something all the way around the building that you can experience. It was really cool.
My favorite part about yesterday is probably this, like the same thing that's at like a boot camp. I really love when I see people that I met before and see where they're doing now. I see how they've grown. I see who I aspire to be like. And then I also see someone who reminds me of myself 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh, give me your number. I want to talk to you and get you through anything that you may have questions for. So I want to give what I wish I could get. And that's how I try. And I love hearing about someone, hey, I just started a year ago. I have 25. I'm like, oh, I remember. So let's talk on Zoom or a phone call and ask any questions you have. And let's see if we can help each other out. Because no matter what, even a person you're helping out can help you out. They'll say something, you're like, I never thought of that. It's like when I was in the Army, soldiers would sometimes surprise me. I got a guy 20 years younger than me, almost, and he taught me something that I never even would have thought about. And I'm like, you're in charge of this detail now because you thought way better than I did. Use the tools. So meeting everyone and seeing everyone again and meeting new people, that was my favorite part. So it's always the networking that I love.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want you guys to know that both of you, so my daughter, Sienna, is like your number one fan, just to let you guys know, because if you know Sienna, she just loves to banter back and forth, and she'll
really
kind of dish it. So she's always like, so when we talked about the opening, her first thing was like, are Carter and Addison coming? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm there. So
yeah, yesterday she said, yeah, I remember you too. The man with a lot of facial hair, the man with no hair. Okay, she got me.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right, you know. But anyways, hey guys, we really, over here, look, I got, how many sales of Aquastar systems have we done since 5 months ago after the boot camp?
I would say at least a dozen, or probably a dozen and a half of either combination of filter, pump, or both that we've done. So yeah, ever since I saw that, we've just been pushing it. Someone says, "Hey man, I don't really like how my filter's doing. Have you heard about Aquastar?" And I give them the videos of the guys who have YouTube videos, and they show what they do, and they're sold immediately almost.
Yeah, it's been a really good product to utilize.
So who sold your Monkey 89?
That would be my lead technician.
Your lead technician is watching, so
Okay.
you better make sure that you gave him the shout outs that he deserves, because he's watching. So,
I took care of your pool so you could go do this.
yeah, and he's saying, tell him he can't forget it. It's wrapped on his trucks, Justin.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So Anyways, proud of you, Carter. You've done great things for your company. Proud to have work with you and for your bud signing off. And that was Dunder.
Oh,
Dunder.
a former lady who worked with us many times, helped me do pools. I worked with her before I started my own company with Mr. Davis. Davis started his company. When he sold his, I started my own. She said, "You need help? I'll help you." So she did pools. So she's a lady who can do the grunt work. She can do the admin work if you need her to. And then she also did photography and videos for us and stuff like that.
Oh.
And she has since gone on to things.
The one thing that I don't know if you've noticed, especially out of all this chat, is even all the people that he's worked for before and all that kind of stuff. And everybody's just kind of coming back and giving you shout outs here. And the fact that you're able to kind of reach back out to them. It just, I think the name
Speaks a lot for the
integrity is
character.
just
Yeah.
perfectly fit into your business name, because a lot of times you get people that move on and, they don't stay in touch, and they don't do that. And all these people are just giving you big, huge shout outs. So, so I think what you're doing with the integrity is working.
Trying
So-
every day. Thank you.
Quick, John, what are they saying about me? Your name's showing up on this side of the table.
And he caught me off guard. My brain's not processing fast enough to come up with something. So I guess it would be keep doing your videos.
Training's in my future.
Troubleshooting. So anyways, guys, let's do this. Michael, maybe we could take another word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to keep rotating here. Looking forward to it. Guys, thank you so much
Yes,
for being part of Pool Nation,
Yes,
for always coming out, and, for the level of trust that when I called and said, come out, and you're like, I'm coming out, I'm staying. And then you right away, which by the way, right away, he was like, can Addison come?
Yeah.
Fucking of course. Like, you don't need to ask. Like, what kind of question is that? You guys are I was going to say you guys are a couple, but you're not a couple. You're a duo.
The dynamic duo.
So if John and I are Pumbaa and Simone, what are you guys?
Jeez. I guess Harry, Mo, and Larry. Which one's the bald one? That's me.
So
I was gonna say Simba
We're
and
missing one of
Nyla,
them.
but
Never mind.
no. What I was gonna say, what was the name of the one? Pinky in the Brain and the other.
Oh
dude?
my
Right?
God.
Am I gonna kind of?
Yeah, you got the
It's hard
short
to come
Tom
up
and
with.
Jerry is more like
There
it.
you go. There you go. That's exactly it right there. So.
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb. So, anyways, Michael, take us out, and we will be right back, everybody.
Dora.
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. What was the face for?
That was good. You were like right on point.
Right on point?
Like right on
That's
point.
because Michael went like this. He's just like, ooh, through
No,
the finger.
I think he
and
used
like-
another finger.
So I'll tell you a little side story, John. My grandfather used to not have that finger. He had kind of lost the finger, so he was kind of holding a horse, and he had the rope, and he, you know,
Oh.
and so he had lost that finger. And when he used to get really mad, before that, my grandfather was this like big, tall,
Burly type guy,
masculine
yeah.
figure, and you know, and you had to be proper. My sister's here, so she could probably attest to this. But like when he got mad, and he would go like that, and that finger would come out and shake like that, and you knew that it was done. You were done. And then us as kids, it was hard because here's Grandpa, and he's missing that finger. And then when he would go to point, he would kind of bring these fingers up and go like that. And so we would
Even
all just
worse.
be sitting there laughing like, oh my God. And there's this finger
you're
that you're
pissing him
afraid of,
off, right?
You're
Yeah.
afraid of, but
Yeah.
you're laughing because he's got the finger. And then you would, you're laughing? You think it's
Yeah.
funny? Whack, you know?
Yeah,
So,
that's hilarious.
Anyways, we are excited to have Aiden Dunn on the podcast. And obviously, Aiden's been with us for a really long time.
I was just trying to look back through my emails. I think 2018 was our first metrics class that we did.
That was,
I wanna say, you
probably,
and
I
Zach.
think it was the beginning of 19, right?
Yeah,
It was
I think
around
19,
there.
Yeah.
Oh, that we did it,
Yeah.
but
Know Your Numbers podcast or Zoom call.
yeah, so we did a Zoom. You were on there, right? With your business.
Long time.
You were
ago.
a lot smaller back then.
Got 110 pools, I think, at the time,
At the time,
give or take.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Company?
So grew up in San Diego, Classic Pools and Spas at the company. I purchased it from my father, who started it back in 1989. He grew it up from nothing to about 115 pools over the course of 30 years, and that's when we took over. Bought him out, and then kind of took off from there. Got up to about 450 pools at one point. Started hiring people. Went through all the ups and downs in the hiring process that most businesses go to, and have since sold off a few and kind of downsized again just to regroup and regather our structure of everything and take a breather and kind of keep things going and grow again from here.
No. So there's
That's the
one
goal.
thing. There's one thing, and I kind of want to watch some of these people's reaction because I don't think these people know it. John, now it's fun. Now we get to turn in the other direction and watch their
Well,
facial expressions.
Yeah, you know, it's true. And I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable.
Right,
with it
right.
now,
We got
Yeah.
comfortable quick.
Yeah, we got institutionalized. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Is that the word for it?
Or the parole office.
Yeah.
Since I'm your parole officer, you're going back to jail.
I'm institutionalized.
You're in jail.
This ain't no thing right here. dude.
Yeah, I'll tell you why you would never survive in jail.
Why?
Why do you think you would never survive in jail?
Because I like my privacy.
Nope.
What, the food?
The food, yeah. There's
food.
no way that you would be able to
Yeah.
survive it there.
Yeah, I just don't like. Yeah, for the most part, believe it or not, I don't like people much, dude. So, only my people, you know what I mean? Like good people, you know. Most people, nah, I don't like them too much.
Not
So
the ideal place to be then.
Yeah, right.
So I want to watch their faces, Aiden, because I think some of them don't know, but there's something that's huge about Aiden that he did first that nobody else in this industry has done, and I want to see if there's any takers out there. John, do you think that any of them would do what Aiden did? Look at them individually. Benny
It was painful.
Maybe he would be a little drunk one day and kind of do something a little crazy.
Carter would
Mike,
do it.
Mike for sure, no. But Mike would do it, but for himself.
Carter would do it.
Carter would do it.
I think so. No, you know what?
I think Aiden would do it.
Addison would do it.
Addison
Yeah,
would
he
do it.
would do it 100%.
I think Addison would do
Yeah.
it. Do you get any idea what it is? You'll still do it. So
Stone cold sober. by the
so
way.
and
Yeah.
he was stone cold sober when he did it. He actually got a Pool Nation logo tattooed on himself. So
You know, and look, guys, for everybody knows, it was his idea. All right,
100%.
100% his
Take
idea.
full credit for that.
So, which is pretty amazing, actually, right? You know, and he's really calling us out because we both don't have tattoos of Pool Nation either. You know what I mean? And I think we need to step it up, Edgar. And I know you don't believe in ink, but I think we can give you a little, what is it called, a tramp stamp, right in the back. We'll pull.
Just put
Listen,
floor 14. 14th floor.
14th floor. you know how Pat.
where Pool Pros come together.
Wow! So
splashing water,
I
of
am
course.
watching Michael over there with the censor button, just kind of going crazy, going, and that censor button over there. I think we're gonna have to. Can you leave the camera on John for the next 10 minutes while you put John on the camera because it's like you get.
That's awesome.
I'm thinking of the splashing emoji too.
Wow, dude, I'm literally got tears in my eyes from that.
Yeah.
Dude, that was good.
Is that what you have tattooed?
That was good, bro. That was really, you got to give some props on that one.
Oh Lord.
Where do we go now?
This is just wow. Wow. This chat. Holy crap. Oh. Wow. I can't
This can
repeat.
go
I
many
cannot.
ways with tattoos.
Aiden, I want to watch. Put the camera on Aiden. Aiden, do not say this out loud. And so we're starting to get. You guys are getting weird, but do not repeat this. But read that tagline that they just put right there. And this is how things get out of control very quickly out there. So,
Well, we might have to take that off the
skimmers, right?
Mondays.
yeah.
We might have to take it off Mondays. I don't know.
Well, I think I see Michael keeps pressing those buttons over there. I think we're going to be good out there. If not, Kevin, tag, you're it. So, hey, before we continue, I want to come back over here. Pete the Pool Guy, big congratulations, guys. I'm so proud and excited to see the awesome things God is doing with you guys and for you guys. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. So big shout out to you out there. And I do want to apologize because we've been joking around and just kind of forgotten about everybody out there. Big shout out to Crystal, Dan, a big shout out. Fabrizio, big shout out to you out there. Megan, Nina, Robert, Berry Blue Pools, MB Pool Plasters, Mikey's Quick Coupler, big shout out to you out there. Alexa is on there. Maria from Ensenada Pools out there. Jeff. Matt, big shout out. Stephen, Dylan Brooks, big shout out to you. Mike, Pool Days, what's going on? Azul Pools, big shout out to all you guys. El Gabe, hope you're doing good. Lori, Aquastar Pool Products, big shout out to Michael out there. And you know what's funny is I was just thinking this morning, John, about, you remember Major League Pool Service?
Oh yeah, Pedro.
And he kind of had I hadn't seen him for a while, and I know that he posts a lot. And then all of a sudden, I was
saw a couple
literally thinking
posts
about,
that
and
he
all of a
has out
sudden,
there,
I saw
yeah.
a couple posts come up. So, big shout out to you, Pedro, out there. Hope everything's going good. Ken, Grace, Let's see here. Zane, Mario, big shout out to you. Casual Ted, hoping that you're going good. Lori, Best White. Michael from Elk Pools, big shout out to you out there as well. The Cool People is saying, okay, you guys are getting too weird. So let's see here. And Mr. Corey Wax is on there as well. And Rod Carpenter, big shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for listening out there. And then Zohai9 is saying, yo, mind blown. He's going, wow. So anyways, I just want you to see what you started. This was not me. So
Last time I was invited back.
look at him. It looks like now his eyes look like he's been crying for
I
like
have.
20
That was
20 minutes. So
hilarious.
anyway, so I thought it was actually pretty crazy. What made you kind of decide that you were going to get a tattoo? Because that's kind of crazy.
Just hear John laughing over here on the side. So I get tattoos on a lot of vacations I go on. It's kind of become my collection of sorts. Started with keychains back in the day and turned into tattoos. But that event itself was an important one for me, a meaningful trip as a whole. And being in Las Vegas, the style I went with, I had to keep it on theme. It was the third year in a row being at the Pool Nation Awards, so I got the years to go along with it and try to get meaningful tattoos that will last, and I'll remember what the thought was behind them in locations that meant something to me.
That's cool. Thinking about that, I didn't know that.
Got them around the world.
You go different places and you want to, memorialize them and things that have had some impact on your life, and that's an interesting way to look at it. And I'm sure there's other people out there that do too. Because sometimes you look at some people. I mean, I have tattoos, but I don't have that many of them. But some people get a lot of them, and you're kind of wondering, is it just all of a sudden you decide to go with this one or go with this one? But I'm sure each and every piece has a meaning to it for whatever reason. And if you travel a lot, and I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I've got 46 of them now, and with shorts and a T-shirt on, you can't see a single one.
You should see
John
John
around my back.
John put my name on his back right there. It says
On
Edgar
my butt
DeJesus right there.
Now we're getting great.
A big old tattoo right there. So let's talk a little bit about the people, Aiden, that were here yesterday. Obviously, you've been with us for a very, very long time. One of the things that we always talk about, especially whenever we go to events or do any of that, I love to tell people, if you don't leave with at least 3 phone numbers in your phone when you leave, you wasted your time, you wasted your travel, you wasted your stay, you wasted the time in the training, because a lot of what's powerful within the industry is networking. And we could wish we could kind of explain that in a way that would make people just automatically go run and get, but it's the whole introvert extrovert type thing. But the power of that networking and what it's done for you as well. But let's talk about maybe some of the people that were here yesterday, some of the people that you got to meet, some of the people that maybe there was somebody that you wanted to meet.
More than anything, I was surprised at the amount of people from across the industry as a whole that were here. I mean, the initial email that I had received was how exclusive it would be in a very tight-knit group and not to talk much about it, or not talk anything about it. But walking in the door and seeing faces that I knew from back home in San Diego and people that I've met over the years at Pool Nation events and just industry as a whole, it was impressive to see the amount of people that came and the top-tier group of people that were here, I would say. I mean, just from, like you said, from Pool Brain to different pool companies to Ken. I've known Ken since I was a long time. I've got his tattoo on my leg, actually. As well.
Oh, really?
I've got a Waterman tattooed last time I was in Texas, San Antonio. I think that one was from.
Crazy.
But yeah, just seeing people from all different parts of the industry, big companies, small companies, individuals, vendors. I mean, it was cool. It was a sight to be seen. Not what I was expecting either.
Yeah.
I looked up the address before I came out here.
You looked it up?
I looked up the address you sent and saw a bunch of medical offices and
You're
things.
like, what are we going to doctors? What's going on over here?
A bank, a
Going to
doctor.
a cure for some chemical spill or some spills or something. But then, getting off the elevator, I was just impressed. It was awesome.
That's awesome. Now, so Javier came out, which was San Diego. Ken came out. Did they tell you that they were coming out?
I saw Javier's comment, I think, on your post earlier that day. Ken, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So didn't hear from either of them, but Yeah.
Ken,
We
it
were
was
told to
funny.
keep
It
it
was
top secret.
I was on the phone with him like four days ago or so, and I said, "Hey, look, I want to invite you out here." And he's, "Oh, I can't. I'm doing this or I'm doing that." He was real busy, and I said, "Well, it'll be really worth it, and we'd be humbled and honored if you came out. Right? You know, we want to share this with you." And he's, "I don't think I'm going to be able to, John, or I'm not going to be able to." And then literally the day before, I think, so 2 days ago, he's like, "All right, I'm going to be there." You know what I mean? And he jumps on a plane and he gets out here and, you know, he shows up and it was pretty cool. And it's not an easy trek. I mean, from California, man, you know, especially in such a short notice to be able to come out here and do it. But it was just neat. And to tag on to what Aiden was saying, you know, there were so many people here, but not just, you know, pool pros. We had pool pros, but we had so many people from other companies as well that most people would look at as like, wow, how are these people in the same room?
I mean, Fluider was here.
Yeah.
Hayward was
here,
here.
you know what I mean?
You had, yeah.
It was, and usually when you go to these types of events, you see people huddle in their masses, right? And then everybody picks a team and everybody kind of goes in their corner and does their thing. But we look around, and obviously the type of environment we want to have is where it's not about, you know, shirts and skins and red team, blue team, or whatever. We're all in this together. And to see these, you know, different companies and vendors that most people would in any other light think of them as competition, they're actually mingling, having fun, and talking and networking and doing stuff like that. So that was really cool.
Felt almost like walking around the Western floor. Like I saw people
There
that
you go.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen since the Western, for example, and then seeing just certain members of those teams all huddled together in a not so small location, but much
Yeah.
smaller than the Western. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But I was on the same boat. I was on the fence, and I had planned to come out here, and then I think I'm coming back out for an IPSA thing in a couple weeks. So timing was getting a little bit tight. So I messaged Edgar and said, "Don't think I'm going to be able to make it," and then got on the live and commented that I don't think I'd be able to make it. And that's when you spoke up and talked me into buying a flight, or not talked me into it, but just started
Yeah.
talking about it, and then I buying a flight before that podcast was over.
And that was a podcast
Yeah.
that he was on. And
Yeah.
remember, we said,
Yeah.
"Don't wait." And
he's
by the
all
way,
sold.
we said the same thing to Benny. And so his first
We
flight
didn't know
that he
Benny
looked
was
up was
coming.
$150.
Yeah.
He paid $500 because he waited to come out. So learn your lesson, Benny.
That's
Book
about
it the
what I
first
paid
time.
to.
So, but yeah, it was. I still remember that we were on the Instagram live, and you know, you came on. We started talking about it, and you're like, "I'm looking for flights," and then all of a sudden, you're sending me text messages when we're on the live, and you're like, and then as soon as the live was over, he's like, "All right, already booked it, got it set, I'm coming," and so that was
The flight, hotel, and car that night.
that was
It's
pretty,
awesome, dude.
pretty,
It means
pretty,
the world to us.
pretty awesome. So, yeah, I want you to talk really quick. Maybe last question. You know, here because you've been in the industry for a while and you've seen the importance of the networking and getting people together to kind of really help each other out. For the pool pros, how important is it for them to have opportunities like this for them to kind of be able to come together? And what would you tell them your advice would be when you come to those type of events?
And I think it's probably the most important aspect of the industry, of the networking side of the industry. I mean, I joined IPSA right when I got into the industry. My dad was a president in IPSA. I'm now the director of my region for IPSA, mainly for the networking itself. I mean, there's nothing more valuable than having pros that have been in the industry longer than you that might have an answer that you don't have right there at arm's length. And I mean, me in person, being able to talk to them, of course, even better. But just getting to know those people, call people, and expand your network, your knowledge base, just by way of knowing more
Sure.
people, I guess, for
Sure.
lack of a better term. But yeah, having an event similar to this where you're all in the same room together, you can ask people in person. There's not a lot of things that are more valuable, I would say, than that.
Yeah.
And what I would tell anybody is just open your mouth and ask the question, because someone will have the answer.
Especially in this industry, right, where there's so many people that are willing to help and do that. And we're not just saying just come to our events. You should go to every event, right? That's where you're going to meet everybody. You constantly go. You start to create the community, the friendships. And and it's exactly like you're saying is, man, sometimes you might have a business situation where you're breaking your head trying to figure out how to do it. Man, you pick up the phone call and they just give you the answer. Just do this. And you're like, I just solved the problem that I've been losing sleep over for the last 3 days.
Especially as a younger person getting into the industry or just starting out in it, I mean, whether you're young or just new to the industry, people have been doing this a lot longer than you, and there's a very good high chance that they've run into the same issues that you're having.
Yeah, you nailed it. It's like there's a sense of like calmness that goes over you when you have a conversation, you meet somebody that is going through the same thing or has been through the same thing as you. Because, we live as pool pros, it's kind of hard. Most people aren't other pool guys or gals out there and you can talk to, or people can't really relate to what you're doing. And to be able to find somebody who's like-minded, who was in a position that you were in or is currently, going through it like you are, is invaluable, and it's sometimes what we need in order to help us persevere and push through whatever we're going through. So that's what it's all about, man. We're in this together. It takes a village, right? It's not about one person. It's about everyone, right? And how we can utilize that to its fullest is helps determine sometimes how successful we are.
Absolutely. You mentioned competition earlier. I mean, there are so many pool companies and so many pool guys out there, but it's not a competitive industry in that sense. I mean,
It shouldn't be, right? And it really shouldn't be, because there's so much out there. And, I always preach, I go, look, my only competition is me, right? I wake up and look in the morning and I look in that mirror. I get older and more gray, but, I'm only competing against the person I was yesterday, right? And I have to decide whether I'm going to be better, or worse than that guy yesterday. And that's what we need to do.
Absolutely.
Very completely.
Hey, Michael, let's take a word from our sponsors. Obviously, Aiden, we've talked about it. We're going to do a separate podcast when we bring you back, because we need to get Ethan. We need to do
still have another day and a half here.
Photography. We need to do all that fun stuff. So, anyways, let's take a word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk to Mike.
Yeah.
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. U.S. Motors Neptune Variable Speed Motor provides a versatile replacement solution for all your pool pump motor needs. This motor can communicate with pool control systems, provide low voltage options to work with time clocks, and can be installed as a standalone pump motor. The Neptune motor can be easily installed on existing pumps, upgrading them to a variable speed pump without the need for replumbing. Enjoy energy savings and quiet operation by installing a Neptune Variable Speed Motor today. For more information and to find your local distributor, visit usmotors.com/pool. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to Cooper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We continue our conversation. You're just still,
Dude, I'm having a
reeling.
great time, dude. That was, yeah.
Kevin is listening, and Kevin already sent me a message and goes, Edgar, don't worry about
I
it.
got
Send
your
me.
back.
He literally said, send me the code for the editing
Yeah.
thing, and he'll take care of it. And so, and the podcast isn't even over yet.
That one hurt. Did it hurt a little?
So, so they've got you figured out. Even Kevin's got you figured out.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hey, let's see here. We are talking with a lot of the pool pros that came over to our event yesterday, and we're really excited to
Digging this format. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah,
This is really
doing
cool.
the musical chairs. We should name it Round Robin, or we should name something. You know what I mean?
Round Robin.
Like Round Robin. I don't know.
What's Round Robin?
Isn't that a
Mike, what's Round Robin? You never heard of it before either?
really?
No.
Oops.
I think there goes. Michael, have you heard of Round Robin? No. Hey, anybody out there? Have you guys heard?
Thank you.
What is Round Robin?
Yeah. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you very much.
Did that ever work in the law enforcement world? Round Robin? Did you guys know?
Yeah, we called it recidivism.
Recidivism.
Round Robin. Was it called? Isn't that what Highway Patrol did when they did their on the freeway? They did something like that. No.
Wow, we just kind of lost you all of a sudden. What happened? What happened?
Speaking about jail,
Jump out the window.
Wow, we kind of went down that rabbit hole really quick. So, anyways, hey, we are talking to Mike from Bellafina Outdoors. And Mike, we've had you on the podcast before. You're kind of doing some amazing things for the builders and even some of the service techs out there in Huntington Beach. Want to talk to you about what we did yesterday, but before we do that, let's talk a little bit about yourself and kind of what you've done, because there's definitely parallels into what we're doing, and I want to kind of get some thoughts. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me back out here again. You know, this was a huge privilege to be part of this milestone for your guys' company. I mean, this is just awesome. You know, we met a few years back, and, you know, we kind of spoke about what my visions were, what your visions were, and, you know, when we were able to have you guys come out to our facility, we thought, oh, wow, this is awesome, man. We have Pool Nation in our building. I mean, we had a bunch of people from all the different parts of industry coming in and sticking around. I think it was like 11 hours waiting for some people to show up. We won't say who, but hey,
wow,
they stuck around because they were so excited to meet you guys. And what was really nice to see is a lot of those same companies were actually here at this event yesterday, you know, to see, you know, that you're able to mix it up with people from these, you know, all these different parts of industry, and then also to see the levels, you know, where whether you're you know, a pool contractor, whether you're a service guy, I mean, you might be lucky enough to meet your store manager, you know, your branch manager, your territory rep, but here, you know, and I was sitting back yesterday watching, you know, people actually being able to interact with the presidents and vice presidents and directors. I mean, this is huge. And knowing that this is going to be the norm again, life changing. This is huge for the industry. And I know that we've spoken about this in the past and where we're trying to train up and help the industry from the ground up and, lend that helping hand, whether it be a pool contractor, whether it be a pool serviceman, pool pro. The thing is getting everybody, to where there's consistency again. And we've spoken about this, time and time again of trying to change that fabric in this industry and bringing it to something. And, there's very few people that I've come across with, in life to where they actually practice what they preach. And that's one thing that I can say about Pool Nation. Gentlemen, you guys have been killing it. I wish you guys nothing but success. This place is awesome. I mean, we were very privileged to be the first ones to actually walk through these doors. We were here the day you guys received the keys. My team, my wife, everybody was here. We did our photo op in here, and we were just like, wow, this place is awesome. Can't wait to see what it is. And for us to be able to come back and be invited to be part of this yesterday and to sit back and watch people funnel in, and I'm just sitting there watching the expressions. The faces just change as they, wrap that corner. I was actually filming. I was trying to capture all these people on film just to get that wow, experience. And we've spoken about, we got to make it look like Disneyland. We got to do this. We got to do this. And man, you guys are just knocked it out of the park, man. I am so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
It's just awesome.
Thank you. We definitely appreciate that, and especially coming from you, because what you're trying to do for the industry as well, and what you've done, right? And I think you've been in the same boat with us where, you talk to people about your vision and what you want to do, and there's a lot of doubt, right? They're like, this doesn't make any sense, and why would you do this, and why would you help your competitors? And you're a builder, and you're letting other builders use that beautiful floor that you've brought, right, to give a better experience to the guests. And John and I have lived it forever, right, where everybody just kind of taps you on the head and good job, and they kind of don't see the vision. One of the things that I enjoyed yesterday was exactly that, was watching people come into the flex space. And the flex space is just really this space where, we've got a couple offices, but I think the feeling that I got was that a lot of people came in and they just kind of thought, oh, it's a headquarters. Like, really, this is kind of the big spilling of the tea. It's like there's this banquet room that you kind of have. Yeah. And then as we started to walk through, and as they started to kind of go into every zone that we took them in, their facial expressions started to change. And there was even people that I saw at the beginning that came over and said hi to me, and you could tell that their facial expression was like, they're thinking about, like, this is the spilling of the tea that you've been joking around for so much. And then they see me before they left, and I got nothing but hugs, and we love you, and what you're doing is amazing, and we never would have thought that you put this thing together. And so it was awesome, and it was awesome that you were out, because it really meant a lot for us to kind of have somebody and be able to talk to somebody that's kind of trying to do the same thing, John, and kind of at that.
I think a lot. I mean, there's a lot more similarities, and like you, Edgar, what you said earlier, there's parallels, right? And what Bellafina is accomplishing, I believe, is something nobody would have ever thought possible, especially when it came down to like distribution side of things, or pool builder. I mean, if you walk into a builder showroom, right, you're usually going to be met with the products that the companies that they are partnered with, or whoever it may be, whether they're a Hayward, a Jandy, a Pentair, an Aquastar, or whatever company that they're associating themselves with. And not saying that whichever company they're representing, or the products that they're installing, is not a good choice, but it's not all the choices, right? And sometimes we try to fit people into what we want them, or what we think they need, right? And limit them from all their possibilities of what they can have in their backyard, which I think is really doing them a disjustice, because people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're investing in the biggest investment for the most part that people have on their property, with hopefully a lifetime worth of good times, you know. And I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a backyard where somebody built something and they didn't consult with somebody else, or they didn't get to see all their options. And I walk back there and we start talking about things, and they go, "I didn't know that was an option," or "I didn't know I could have done that." You know, and that's what you're looking to eliminate.
Correct.
And you're bringing, you know, in our philosophy and why people talk to us and say, "Hey, look, you know, you have, you know, these other competing manufacturers in the same building, training and teaching, right, at our boot camps or our trainings and classes, and how does that work?" And go, "Look, it's all about people, right? And it's all about educating, and we believe in let the best company and product and people win. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, and it's not so much." It's not very hard. And your showroom, and we were absolutely amazing. And yes, we were the ones that were late, but it was for a good reason. It was for a good reason. We were literally just flew in, right? And we had another engagement early the next morning or that night, and we drove straight to you guys, and then we went over there. And we didn't expect anybody to stick around for us, but there were a ton of people that did. But for us, it was quite the experience, and it was. I don't know. We were super proud of you, and it made us feel good, because I think that our industry is moving in the right direction, and not just from our front and other fronts, but from multiple fronts, right? And just to see that happening and is heartwarming, and I mean that sincerely, because you can walk into your showroom and you can see multiple manufacturers being displayed, right? And instead of just one particular equipment set, if you're walking into, you have now options of every tile on earth, basically. If that builder happened to shop at Heritage, right, and all they got to see was Noble tile, right, and then but they never got to see the other options, you know, MPT with SCP or vice versa or whatever. Let them pick and figure out what it is. So you guys are revolutionizing that side of the industry, and whatever we can do to help support you as well means the world to us. And you guys keep fighting the good fight, brother, because that is where we see us. You know what I mean?
I do want to put on the record.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this
It
completely.
was my fault.
No. I'm going to put this completely on the record that Mike was coming out here that same week that we got the keys. So obviously we were going to meet, we're going to do the photo shoot, we're going to do all that kind of stuff. And Jennifer, his wife, was actually the very first person to walk through the Pool Nation headquarters.
Yes.
She was
extremely proud of you.
She was literally the very first. We're like, well, we swiped the key, walked in, and boom, she was the first one. So big congratulations to her, and she's obviously amazing, and
She is.
you know, she's.
And before we forget, too, look how cool.
I'm gonna go get mine.
I forgot my Mama took the hat. Actually, she owns it. But check this out.
Oh yeah, but I want to show my cool one.
I don't even know where the camera's at. Look at this. How cool. Check that out. And this was all because I made a comment, right? What was on Instagram? I think it was on Instagram Live, because not only did they build this showroom, right, where everybody's invited, and you know, builders from across the country or in Southern California or wherever, I mean, I'm sure across the world if they wanted to, can walk into your showroom and be able to you know, give options and show manufacturers and products from all across the industry. And what you guys do you don't stop it there. You're a big believer in trainings as well.
100%.
And you guys have been putting on some pretty badass
Amazing
trainings,
events, yeah.
right? And trust me, I've been watching, and I was getting a little jealous because the trainings that you were putting on, and I didn't get my special invite, but I know I'm always invited. That you guys, man, the cookouts. I mean,
there we go, the food.
bro,
That's why you got the apron.
like not only training, right? But I mean,
No,
literally,
Mike, just to let you know, that was
rotisseries of like there must have been like 50 chickens on a
Mike
spit.
asked me how can I get John to drop his business and
Yep.
kind of get out. I go, that's easy, just
Seduce
food.
them with food.
And that's why they
He
did all the
did, and it
social
worked.
media.
Well, you'll be at the next one.
Yeah, and it worked. But I mean, like, not. But see, that's what I mean. That's what we're talking about. You get it, right? It's, you want to put on this training, you want to bring people in and help educate them, and from multiple different manufacturers and various topics. And then not only that, but when they're there, you treat them like royalty, right? And you want to take care of them, and you want to treat them well, and show them that this it matters and they matter. So I think, I mean, that's our philosophy, and that's the reason why we've done this.
Yeah. So what we do is in terms of the training is we reach out to the pros, such as yourselves, the manufacturers. If we have to step in, we'll step in. And whether you're a contractor, whether you're a pool pro, we're going to get you the service, the training, and everything else that you need. But with that training comes zero cost. We don't allow manufacturers or anybody to step up and start charging for that. We want them to know that, hey, we're full service for you guys. We want you guys to come and learn. And then with that, we put on the big spread, which you guys see is 80 pounds of chicken and 10 tri-tip or whatever it is to feed the armies. But hey, you know what? This is what we do to get the people into the door, to help bridge this gap. And we want to bring the pool pros and the contractors together and try to get this industry back to where it should be. And you guys, oh my God, you guys are right at the top, man. There's nobody better than getting the word out than you guys. And like I said, we can't express our appreciation enough. And for us to be allowed or be recognized on the weekly Instagram and every time we pop in and talk to you guys, or you guys pick up the phone to talk to us, I mean, it's huge, because we're always kicking back and forth ideas, and hey, where do we need to go with this? What do you think we should do? And you guys have been great. You guys have been a great soundboard and advice. I've been in the industry 30 years, and everything's changing. But one thing that hasn't changed is human nature. And if you can bring a few like-minded people together, we can change, where people are afraid of that competition, and actually, lift that next person up, like we all talk about. And, that's where we need to stay. And, again, I can't thank you guys enough.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate
Likewise.
you, reaching out. I still remember when I met you in Las Vegas, and you were telling me about your dream right there. And at that point, it was still just kind of a dream. And you're like, here's what I want to do. And John, it just kind of went back to our times where it was like, it was just an idea, right? It was just, and you were very passionate about it. And you're like, I want to do the same thing, and I want to focus on the pool pros. And I told you that day, I go, we're in, right? Like, if it's an issue of elevating the industry, of bettering the industry, thinking outside of the box, not getting, into a situation where, and we have this conversation all the time. Yes, the industry wants to put everybody in these boxes, and you can only play in these boxes, right? And that's the thing that we want to change, because when you can change that, better conversations can happen in that room, better networking can happen in that room. And then the one that truly succeed is the pro out in the field. And look, these companies, they have gazillions and millions of dollars. They're not going to put each other out of business, right? They don't need to kind of be in those boxes. It's like, let's just kind of come together. Let's focus on the person that you're trying to help, which is the pool pro, which is the builder, right? And if we focus on them, everything else kind of falls into place. And it was exciting last night, John, to see, you got a guy like Rocco Russo, which won Trainer of the Year for Jandy, and he's in his room and in this room, and he's not trying to sell Fluidra products. He's just trying to support, and he's coming out and he's kind of having conversations with everybody, and that's the tone that sets, the entire industry up for success. But we need people like you that are also, 'cause it's a lot of work, Mike. This. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of sacrifice, right? And it's easier to just kind of go, well, you know what? I'm just going to go focus on my construction business and be successful at it, but what I'm doing, right? Than it is to kind of go through it. How all the headaches and all the BS that we have to put up with to be able to get things, done. But we appreciate your friendship. We appreciate, you giving us feedback all the time with regards to, even the stuff that we're doing and kind of bouncing, back and forth.
It's my pleasure. And again, I just love to be part of it. Thank you so much, guys.
So
Appreciate you.
we appreciate you having you on, and then thank you thank you for your very kind words. That's the boss lady right there. So that's Jennifer out there. So big shout out to you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for coming out. It was great to see you yesterday. I want to thank all of our audience, which is out here, which
Yes.
look, John, they all got like really kind of comfortable. They started,
look at
everybody
Benny.
was a little kind of uptight, sitting up straight. Benny's kind of asleep. Janie's over there, half listening over here. I'm surprised you're not on this side looking at John. Why are you know, what's going on? Are you mad at him? Are you mad at him? I think she might be mad at you,
what,
John.
Edgar, I think, there's some important faces out here that never get seen.
Uh-huh.
I think you should bring them in at least to get a photo shot of them.
A photo shot of him. So would we have to like bring everybody into the video?
I think the faces behind it.
Yeah.
Like the strong one right there, Miss Leanne, and Doreen in the back, and somebody over there over to the left side.
I just like how everybody's just like really. Look at Addison. Look at Addison. He's just like, I wish everybody could watch this because we've got an audience. We've got a glass wall. We brought all the sofas out to the front, and Addison's just like in that recliner. And so is Sarah. Look, she got a blanket.
Look,
Damn.
I'm starting to get ideas here. I'm thinking that we need to change, maybe put sofas with and kind of set us up like a little bit more.
You would be asleep within
need
like
an
3
ottoman.
minutes. An ottoman for. Can you imagine John in an ottoman? Hey, everybody, welcome to the Pool Nation podcast. Yeah.
Pretty much.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? So, but
I'm digging
anyways,
it.
Mike, thank you so much for coming on. I want to thank everybody, all you guys that are still here that kind of came out to hang with us and do the podcast with us. This is what it's about for us, right? It's about building the community. It's about building the friendships. And we talk about it all the time. And John and I have started to change the tune. It's not a community anymore. It's a family, right?
Right,
And what we're doing is, we're getting into that stage where these are your relationships. We're a big family that kind of wants to help each other out.
And then me just to sign off with this, maybe a little selfish, but you guys are literally the fuel to our fire. I mean, thank you so much for doing this. And it might not seem like a lot, but to us, it is literally what drives us.
Absolutely.
It keeps us going and moving and ticking and, hearing these things and seeing you guys succeed. And it's just absolutely amazing. We hope you guys had a fun time watching us. We're gonna have to create like at least once every so often, like have an audience here or whatever. I'm kind of digging the whole interaction, but we gotta maybe get a mic so we can get like applause or boos or something.
The peanut gallery.
A peanut gallery. We get some. We had Mama had her boo
Her boo mic.
Her boo mic. We can have one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
The only problem is if the podcast gets a crappy podcast, we're going to look around and they're all going to be asleep.
Exactly.
that would be a bad thing. Yeah.
How terrible would that be?
Before we sign off, I do want to say one thing. John, I want to thank you. Obviously, you came out we joke around about it all the time because obviously John runs a business and does all that. And I don't think I've only seen John away from Janie once in his entire 6 years that I have met John, right, Janie? Has it been just once, right? And he called me up and he said, I'm coming out there and I'm going to be out there for almost a month. And I'm like, I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? And so he's like, yeah, I'm coming and I'm coming by myself and I'm staying at your house. And I'm like, and you're leaving Janie behind, right? And so, but this part of the journey has been a sacrifice. It's been a lot of hard work. You've had to sacrifice your business to kind of be out here and do all that. And it was a lot of hard work. Janie came out. I mean, we were painting walls, remember? And we're here till like 11 o'clock at night and kind of moving furniture and doing all those types of change. So I want to thank you guys. I also want to thank Leanne. We have been in this place, 3 months straight, every single day, every weekend in this place till, 11 o'clock at night. And believe it or not, there was a lot of times where she was the one kind of going, get your ass up. We got to get going. We got things to do. We can't, and so it's been amazing to have you as a partner kind of helping us push to get all this done. Even yesterday to the last minute, she was kind of scrambling to help Ray pack and, get all that stuff done. So
Takes a village.
It takes a village. It takes a village. And so we appreciate all you guys. Benny, for you jumping out and coming out, which I thought Benny wasn't going to come out because he just kind of ran radio silent. And then all of a sudden he calls me and he goes, I'm coming out. And Leanne, you have to be prepared because he just called and he said, I'm staying at your house. And I'm like, what? what?
So,
You know,
bunkies?
so
No.
no. John has his own wing in the house over there.
Certain requirements
but-
in order for me to be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
but also, you know, Doreen, I know that you're out there, Doreen. Doreen had surgery on her foot and was in this place in a boot, just hopping around. And I was getting mad at her, and she just kind of kept going. And even last night in the event, John, she just absolutely
it.
took over. And
Scott too as well,
and,
right?
And
Helping.
Scott
Dude.
that came out. I turn around and there's Scott with a serving tray because we were one server short that we couldn't find, and all of a sudden we turn around and there's Scott with the tray, just kind of handling things, and also my sister that came into town, and you know, I wanted her to have out here, and then all of a sudden I see her out there just helping and moving things and putting things over here, and then coming back. What else do we need to do, and all that kind of stuff. So. It's definitely been a sacrifice, but it has been super rewarding. And I think if we had to do it again, we'd do it all over
We
again.
would. And then a final shout out to Michael. I mean, we had an idea to do the podcast on this Saturday and give him a call, and here he is. I mean, literally mobile, being able to create this production in a small amount of time with limited resources on a Saturday. Much appreciated, my friend, for doing that. You've been with us from the very beginning, and we absolutely love the support, and we're excited to watch you grow too as well. 'Cause
They
big
even have
things
an
are
office
happening.
here.
I know big things are happening for you. Yeah.
So,
So-
for everybody that's listening, right across from us,
Yep.
we have an office, and when we came, we're like, oh, there's
That's their
Spider
office.
and MZ Studio and Michael's office right there, because that's where they're going to be. So, so we want to thank everybody out there, to all the pool pros that came out here. The Aquastar team out here is saying our team excited to get to work in the office. So big shout out to all you guys. Hope that you guys have a great rest of the weekend. John, next Wednesday we will be back on Instagram Live.
Back on schedule.
Ooh, next Wednesday is the announcement of the nominations for the Instagram Live. So we'll catch everybody then. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Michael, take us home. We'll have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or PoolNationPodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at Pool.Nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to PoolInvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolManUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry. A pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at PoolManUniversity.com.